Greetings, ladies and gentle people. Welcome to Month of Disney. I'm Roya, and welcome to DuckTales. By far one of the harder games in Capcom's library. Not near as hard as Ghosts and Goblins, but I can say it's right up there. Basically, this is kind of based off of the show, even though you'll kind of find out later that there really isn't any serious relation to the show, except Scrooge McDuck has to go and get his treasures, because apparently Count Dracula, or in this case Count Duckula, thanks Clement for using that line, I was actually thinking about that beforehand, pretty much steals the stuff and he has to get them all back. I don't have the instruction manual, so I can't really say too much about the storyline of this game, but that's essentially what happened. Basically what happens is, Scrooge McDuck is flat out broke, has to get his treasures back, and get rich. Scrooge McDuck is a horrible Dick Cheney in the show. All he cares about is his money. And in this game, he pretty much says that, that Huey, Dewey, and Louie actually kind of helped out a bit. But you'll see, they didn't do anything to help out at all. I can't believe it. He actually thinks they helped out, but they didn't do a dang thing. Anyway, you might be wondering, what are the controls of this game? Well, this game runs on Mega Man physics, so don't be surprised if you sink like a rock. Scrooge McDuck has the ability to bounce using his cane. Basically what you do is you hold the down button, and I think it's the B button. Yeah, you hold down and B in order to launch attacks. You can't attack by other means. Well, you could use your cane as one of those, dang, I'm trying to remember the sport right now. It's not cricket. I think it's, croquet or some kind of crap like that name. But yeah, you know, I am right. It is croquet. So he basically uses his cane like a croquet hammer or whatever they call it in order to smack things around, and that's also used as a tactical ability. Really comes in handy for enemies in the air. But his only other line of defense is that bouncing ability, and I won't lie, it does come in handy for crossing spikes, but that's about it. You can't go up close to enemies and destroy them. I hope they fix that in the remastered version. They better do that, because this game is ducking hard. How I did it without dying, I have no idea. And yes, some people might already notice. The timer says the timer's stuck at 500. I'm using a trainer ROM. Now, for those who don't know what a trainer ROM is essentially any ROM that in brackets it would say like T1, T2, T3, T4, and so on and so forth. And basically what they do is they have specially built-in codes to enable you to have an easier time playing the game. That's actually the reason why Contra 1 and Super Contra are actually very quick commentaries, because of the fact that I was able to get through them pretty quickly thanks to the fact that I had the trainer ROM. And I won't lie, playing most 8-bit games with trainer ROMs, it's a much more bearable experience. Very, very bearable. Whether you have unlimited chances, unlimited time, good score, you name it, we've got it. You name it, you've got it. By the way, I'm not attacking these bees because so you can kill them, but you've got like a 1 in 20 chance of getting that right, because no matter what, if you time off your cane attack very wrongly, you will get hit by the bee. I've fallen into that pit countless numbers of times, even though I won't lie, this is actually my first legitimate time beating DuckTales, so don't get me wrong, I actually had some fun time with this. I don't know who this guy is. But basically, if you select yes there, what he'll do is he'll take you back to the home base. You'll be able to get back any money that you want. And I think if you want to get a perfect ending, I think it's necessary that you have to go back constantly so that you can have money in order to access certain things and whatnot. I'm not sure as to exactly how it works, because I never try it out. But it's used in tool-assisted speedruns a lot. So I'm going to figure there's something that has to go with that. But as I said before, this game runs on the Mega Man engine, so that's why the songs might sound very Mega Man-ish. That's also kind of why the physics might feel a bit, well, they're not stiff. They're definitely more like Castlevania 4 kind of physics, except you don't sink like a rock like you do. And well, no, you sink more like a rock in this game than you do Castlevania 4. Castlevania 4, you can't sink like a rock in that game. Or am I forgetting something? By the way, they say that you could pay $300,000 just to create a platform right there. All you have to do is pretty much lure one of those enemies over to here, and what you'll essentially be able to do is you'll be able to get up there without the need of having to purchase a platform. Needless to add, that also helps out in getting the money. I forget who this is. I think that's Louie. If I'm not mistaken, Huey's the one with red, Dewey's the one with green, and Louie's the one with blue. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. It's been a long time since I've seen DuckTales. I actually haven't watched DuckTales since 2004. That's how long it's been. Nearly 9 years since I've watched DuckTales. Okay, now in order to fight this Tiki boss, all you have to... Well, can I even call it a Tiki? In order to fight the statue, all you have to do, wait for it to jump, you bounce, he's dead, and we get the magic rod. Does it have any kind of significance? No, it's just one of the treasures that you can get. And oh god, I'm watching Wild Hogs right now, and we're at the part where they're like, "Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me?" Oh god, no! I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see this guy sing. No. Okay, that's good. I turned the TV off. No, you know what? I'm watching Wild Hogs. I'm doing a commentary on DuckTales. I'm gonna watch this. Oh, now we got to the part where Dudley's gonna have trouble eating the chili. But in the meanwhile, welcome to Castlevania before Castlevania. Or Castlevania Duck Edition. Oh god, he's singing it. This guy is singing it. Oh no, don't show your butt to me. No. Dang. Wild Hogs is a crazy movie. If you haven't watched it yet, watch it, please. Okay, back to DuckTales. In Castlevania, you can actually hit that RIP casket, and a ghost will pop out. I don't do it just for the sake of making this game go a bit faster, but you know, it's there. It's there if you need it. There are actually a few hidden things here in Castlevania, particularly this. You get an extra hit. I think that's the only extra hit that's available in the game, unless... Okay, sorry about that. My battery died out while I was talking, and Wild Hogs is officially over at this point. I'm watching Law & Order. Well, right now I'm actually watching a Star Trek commercial, but yeah, Law & Order's on. But back to DuckTales. DuckTales is kind of very cryptic in terms of like what levels you have to, well, what parts of the level you have to go through. Like right here, I'm actually just going to get some random treasures. It's not necessary to beat the game, but the more money the better, in my opinion at least. It's always good to have more money in your pocket. Oh god dang it. What? Oh yeah, one thing I don't like about DuckTales on the NES, you can really take a lot of damage very quickly. What? It didn't even touch me. Okay. One thing I would like to mention about this game in particular is, I hope the remastered version fixes the whole damage level. This is actually one of the few reasons why I'm playing on a trainer ROM, so I don't have to worry about taking so much damage. Well, that kind of doesn't help here, because you can still lose chances anyway. The good thing, however, is that you have unlimited chances despite all that. which is actually kind of why I have more respect for this game than other Disney games that you'll be seeing me play later on. Oh, Castle of Illusion. I don't want to play you right now. In other news, I'm working on a research paper right now. I'm actually, surprisingly enough, I'm actually doing this commentary before I'm doing the research paper. Well, I am going to be finishing it soon. Basically, it's on how video games help out in both the classroom and in mental health. And I'll be quite honest, video games really do come in handy when it comes to dealing with school classes and mental health. It's not easy to learn about, to figure out at first, but I'll probably do a reading of it. I've got no reason not to. I've got all the time in the world after I graduate. Yes, guess when this was recorded? Oh yeah, I think this is where I end up glitching the screen up and have Scrooge McDuck constantly walking. Yep, he's walking here. Yeah, do the little jig. Oh yeah, this is only going to be a two-part commentary, by the way, but because I call this DuckTales 1 and 2, I'll have the DuckTales 2 segments be like part 3, part 4. You know, just for the sake of making it a full commentary, so to speak. Did they ever release a DuckTales 3? I would actually like to play that sooner or later. But in the meanwhile, yeah, you might be wondering, why are we back in Transylvania? We had to go through this mirror so we could get a treasure. And that treasure is essentially the skeleton key, which is required in order to go to the mine area. You have to go to Transylvania before you go to the African mines, or else you won't be able to get this. I think. I honestly don't know the exact order you're supposed to play all these levels in. I just did it level by level. I didn't, like, go to the moon first, or, like, go to anything else beforehand, because that would make the game much more complicating for me. Also, this level's more based off of... Actually, hang on a sec. Most of this game is based off of Woodman. Because the inside of this cave looks like Woodman's level. The bats, that's clearly Woodman. There are so many Mega Man references in this Disney game. I'm guessing they needed to find something to do with Mega Man 2, since they didn't have anything else after. But, like, I'm figuring, like, they were gonna do Mega Man 3, but I didn't know if Mega Man 3 would end up being, like, a lackluster game. In my opinion, I can say it is, but we'll save that for the commentary. I've already got the VODs up on the other channel, so feel free to take a look at that in the meanwhile. Royameadow Arcs. I think I stopped right there mostly because I had to, like, I think I had to make a quick pause there. Oh, hey, I didn't even notice this was there. One up. I think this game transcends the whole tradition from Super Back to the Future 2, where if you have more than 8 chances, it's not considered 8 chances, it's considered more like 9. But I don't think you can go anything above 9. In Mega Man 2, you could go to like 14 chances. I'm just surprised they took that out of later titles. Then again, the live system in most games are kinda screwed up. Especially NES titles. Don't even get me started. Oh hey, what's his name that plays his, I can't remember his name, but you know the guy on Spider-Man who plays as the guy who runs the whole newspaper place? Yeah, he's in this episode of Law & Order. It's rare you ever see, like, special celebrities end up in an episode of Law & Order, but it's always fun when you see it. I remember one time in Criminal Intent, they actually were featuring Neil Patrick Harris as one of the criminals. Fun times. Very fun times. And an ice cream cone ended up within the ceiling. I didn't even notice that until right now. I wasn't paying attention. Either way, this is a decent long play. Oh yeah, this seesaw. You better not have one hit, because what you have to do here, you have to make sure you make your attack. Yeah, right there. You can't control that. You have to attack. And this is a homage to Electman's stage here. Just walking up the ladder. There's where all the laser shooters would be, or the electric shooters. You know, the background kind of reminds me of, dang, what's the one before? The background kind of reminds me of the Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine background. Oh yeah, and to defeat the king here, it's an easy pattern. He'll roll once to the to the right, and then he'll roll like two to four times to the left, and then he'll rinse, ladder, and repeat. Yeah, 3 times to the left, 1 to the right, and he's dead. It's very this part. I wanted to at least extend this on to 2 parts because I didn't want this commentary to be going too quickly. But we'll be seeing you for part 2 whenever that is. See you then.